What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Big Dog Brett. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. Today we're going to be talking about Carson Beck's performance in the game last Saturday against South Carolina. Some of the things I saw, I'm going to get into the tape of it so you guys can kind of see what I saw. I know a lot of people are blaming Bobo, but I want you guys to see this maybe from a different perspective after, you know, we've had time to look at it. So let's just jump into it. All right, so right here, I'm going to start it over. So if you'll notice here, we've got two guys low. We've got a running back in the backfield, and we're going to snap. As soon as the ball comes back, you see the linemen all start stepping backwards, kind of pushing to the whole line pushes to the left. Carson Beck is looking left, never looks anywhere else until he goes, oh no, that guy's completely covered. There's three defenders here. I'm not sure exactly what the philosophy was right here, but he turns and then immediately goes to his check down guy right here. Now you can see the offensive line is not able to contain South Carolina for very long. So if you look at the clock, this is, you really get about 3 seconds in your head as a quarterback. So 1, 2, 3, got to get rid of the ball quick, and then it goes to the check down guy. So check down guy catches it, Cash Jones. He's getting a block right here. He turns upfield, picks up a few yards, and then kind of wiggles through for a first down here, which is great. All right, once again, see the snap. This is designed to immediately go to this to this receiver. If you notice, this is almost exactly the same play formation as what we saw here. 1 high, 2 low, and we come up to about the 8-second mark here of the video.
Out of the backfield, and he's got a first.
You'll see you got 1 high, 2 low, running back just to the other side. So they must have saw something on that play, but this immediately goes to the big guy, Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers has already turned this ball. It's not going anywhere else. He's not looking for anything else. This is a design play to go immediately here. There is no doubt that this was going to Brock Bowers the whole way. The whole offensive line abandons any kind of protection for Carson Beck, and they're running out here to get blocks in front of Brock Bowers. So block here, good block here. He's got a little bit of space here with Brock Bowers. You give him 3 steps, you're in trouble. Brock Bowers stumbles forward. If he hadn't had that little ankle trip there, he'd have been a lot further. So here, no receivers really, just one guy kind of in the slot. Running back runs out to the side. He's going to be your check down guy right here. And as you can see, for this particular point, Carson Beck is looking directly at his check down guy. You got a man open over to the side. You got a man open over to the middle. Look at all this. Open. Now, he hasn't looked at any of these guys yet because this play is designed to go here. Offensive line's doing an okay job here. He's getting beat. Number 72 is getting beat. So Carson's got to get rid of the ball here. He doesn't have a choice. And look where he throws. Boom, right into the middle of the field. You thought this whole time it was going to the receiver on the top side of the field, and it wasn't. It went right to the middle of the field. Boom, great catch. Great decision-making ability here. This whole play, look, just got to give this time to develop. Number 1 is wide open. This is a dart. Just bang. Perfect. Okay, look at this play. Same formation again. 1 high, 2 low, running back to the side. This is a handoff. So what I'm showing you guys is that on any given play, there's multiple locations with one formation that you can go with the ball. And Georgia is giving the same look to South Carolina, but going different places. This makes it very difficult for the defense to be able to cover this play properly. So, receivers open, receiver top side of the field is open. Check down guy, nobody's around him for a mile. Carson Beck looking downfield. Feels the pressure. It's been about 3 seconds here. Georgia's offensive line, once again, having trouble containing. We got a good double block here, but that leaves this man open to come right up the middle. Carson Beck's got to get rid of it quickly, but doesn't make that move. He had a check down guy here. He could have went to. He waited too long on this play, and Georgia just could not keep him open.
And just doesn't even strike, just rips it.
Could not keep him safe that long. Again, you got about 3 seconds, so you don't have a lot of time. Had Georgia actually have handed the ball off here, we might have got maybe past the line of scrimmage a yard or two. This this linebacker comes up. You can see right here. He notices the ball doesn't go to the running back, so he stays home. And then look what happens. He's like, oh, yeah, I got an open lane to the quarterback. Comes through. Carson Beck tries to dodge. It's too late. And down he goes. Not Carson Beck's fault here. Look at what we got again. Now we've got that same 1 high, 2 low, but man in motion running back in the backfield. Handoff snap. Takes a handoff. This whole play is designed to go to number 1. Rosemary Jackson.
The Dogs.
Good blocking here. Block here, block here. Catch. Now, what should have happened here is that Rosemary Jack Saint, instead of running right at this defender, he should have cut back to the middle of the field. I'm sure they'll coach him up on that. There was guys coming, but
got one block.
All right, here we go again. This time too high. Got about 3 seconds. Drops back, look left, same left. Look at this Georgia defender. I mean, Georgia offensive lineman getting beat on the outside here again. Look at this. Getting beat in the middle again. The guy's got his hand up. So Carson Beck kind of lobs a drunk one here. Now, this would have been a caught ball. This actually was called back for pass interference because Rosemary Jackson got held. But that was good decision making. Here we go again. 2 high, 1 low. Look who's turning around and looking back for the ball here. The whole line is playing back because they're trying to prevent a touchdown shot. And then looks right, throws right. Check down. Nobody's there. I think he just threw that one away. I was thinking of a different play. There we go. Drops. Look, immediately. Now, last time they did this with Brock Bowers in this spot. This time, they go to Rosemary Jack Saint. So, same formation, different personnel. This is a way to try and hide what you're doing with Brock Bowers so they don't stay tuned up on him so much all the time. Now, if you look right here, this is one of the headaches I had big time right here. When I saw this play, I was really upset because, look, this route right here, he's going to have a guy open on the top side and a guy open here.
He fakes it.
And then where does he throw to? The guy who's completely covered. This is behind the line of scrimmage. He can get jammed real easy right here, but he's getting mugged. Georgia's offensive line, if we go back just a little bit further here.
7.
Look, he's getting beat again. Look, he doesn't know what to do, doesn't know who to cover, doesn't know who to stop. So tries to make his move way too late. Number 53 is getting beat. And then you got 2 more South Carolina defensive linemen coming. He's beat right here, completely beat. And so Carson Beck just has to throw it. He doesn't have time for this play to develop. He has to just throw it to get rid of it. This guy's right in his face.
Makes the toss.
So he has to get rid of it in a hurry. He decides to go here, and it was almost a terrible mistake. All right, here we go again. Left side of the field. Ball almost gets batted down. This is an absolute dart. Great throw as far as speed, power, and accuracy. Right to the big guy. So, one more time, different play. Look, getting beat on the outside. Got about 3 seconds. Got to hurry and get rid of it. He's got number 19 open right here. He's got number 19 open. But instead of throwing for the first down, he throws behind the line of scrimmage. I'm sure they'll talk about this in practice. But Brock Bowers is open all day.
Picks it up, but the
ball gets batted down. He goes to Brock Bowers. That's an easy first down.
Game and it's improved.
And off. Dazzle. Now watch. He's got another guy in his face again. What is going on with this Georgia offensive line? This is the problem. We're about, I don't know, maybe halfway through this video, and you can see Carson Beck. If Carson Beck could run, he'd be running for his life. So Carson Beck sees, he was like, golly, I can't throw a ball without a defensive lineman in my face. So he has to hurry up and throw it again, and then what ends up happening is he overthrows Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers with an Olympic effort right here to try and catch this ball. Some could argue pass interference, but it's probably uncatchable. But you overthrow Brock Bowers, and it's because he didn't have that extra half a second that we needed to get that ball to Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers somehow with that effort still managed to get his body turned, almost caught it anyway. All right, so now here's Carson Beck under center. Drops back.
Rolls out to throw.
Drops down, boom. Now, that's not a bad throw, but I want you guys to go back and look just a second here. and watch what happens. At the top of the screen, number 30 is the better receiver here. Look at this. Already across the line of scrimmage, could have caught that ball and turned up field and probably would have got another 5 or 6 yards, but instead he did a good job. Delp done a great job of running that for what it was, but the ball was not where it needed to be. He really had to slow down and stop to catch that. It's not what I would have preferred. All right, so the ball just snapped. Right side is completely overloaded right here. Completely overloaded already. You got 2 receivers taking off to go downfield. They're covered up. Look here again. Another defensive lineman in Carson Beck's face. Has to bring it down because there's no way he could throw that ball. So he brings it down and tries to make something with his legs. I got to be honest with you, I was kind of surprised. He did move pretty well. Great line. And then, of course, gets the late hit. So Georgia going too high, too low. You've got Brock Bowers top of the screen here. Kind of a little stutter step at the bottom of the screen here. Everybody's watching Brock Bowers. Look who's open right here. Look, open. Now, there is a defender here, but this is your best option, in my opinion, at this point. Throws this. Look at this. He's beat. 100% beat. But look, once again, there's a defender in Carson Beck's face. That was the worst possible place to throw that ball. There's a defender directly between you and Brock Bowers. Granted, I get it's Brock Bowers, but still physics apply. You absolutely cannot do this way. This was a terrible decision, especially when he had a guy he could have went to pick up something. There we go again. Look, almost unimpeded. So he had to get rid of this in a hurry. I think he was supposed to turn right and catch a block, or this lineman is supposed to catch a block, but doesn't really. There, boom. Turns up. Good job. Here's Carson Beck. This is all in the first half, by the way. This is all in the first half. So you got a hat on a hat here, 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 and everybody's playing deep. You see one defender in the middle of the field for South Carolina. You've got a guy open. Look who you got open right here. He's looking down here, and that's where he's going. He's already made up his mind before the ball was snapped. He's going right here. There was 3 other guys open downfield. Look at this. Basically the same play all over again. Brock Bowers gets out of bounds. Look at this. Almost every single play. Look at this. Another moment whenever Carson Beck is having to get rid of this ball very quickly because South Carolina's in his face. Number 71 is getting beat all night. Look at his dart there. Bang. I really think that's starting to be his best throw, is that dart across the middle. It almost seems a little low, but it's perfect. Snap, takes a handoff. Nobody bites on the handoff. Look at these linebackers. They're already got their head shifted. They already know it's going out here, so they're taking a pursuit angle, an intercept angle. They want to try and catch him down here at the corner, and he's just a little too fast. Now, right here, he had a decision that he could have drifted further to the outside and got a little further than what he got, but instead he gets wrapped up at the 30 and pushed down. Got to be more aggressive. Got to be more aggressive there. Snaps, looking left. Look, everybody on the field already knows that he's throwing left. There is no chance that he's throwing right at all, because all night he's looked at exactly where he's going to throw. He doesn't turn his head and look downfield. He never sees this guy. Watch. He knows he's not getting the ball. Look how lazy he's running. Ball's already out. Hands up. Ball was a little bit behind. Needed to be a little bit more ahead. Still makes a great run on it, but it takes him an extra step or two to get up to speed. With a fake handoff, looks left. Right here, you got a check down guy if you need him. You got a guy here that's open. But look what's coming. Right in right in Carson Beck's face again. More South Carolina defenders. Georgia's deep offensive line is struggling mightily. This is a great pass and catch. Boom. This is right after the start of the half. The whole first half, we were all talking about how he needed to start throwing the ball downfield, and finally he started doing it. Again, that across the middle pass.
To the 25-yard line to
Great catch.
Nice short pass.
So again, 2 high, 1 low. Running back in the backfield. Hands off. Running back has to pick up the block because the offensive lineman can't get it. Look at this. The running back is the only one between Carson Beck and a sheer safety. You're facing the wrong way there, offensive lineman.
Action.
Let me guess, number 71 again. The bottom of the screen, right here, you got 2-on-1, you got 2-on-1, you got 1-on-2, you got 1 on nobody, and a running back picking up a block. Carson Beck actually has enough time because of this block by the running back.
Here's the
Look at
shot.
this big pass
Got a
downfield. This pass right here, if it is thrown just a little bit earlier where he doesn't have to come back for it. Because if you notice, like, he's not running in full stride.
Here's the
I'm gonna
shot.
pause it here. Kind of has to slow down just a little bit right there. And that's what allows that South Carolina defender to get in front of him. He throws that ball a little bit earlier, a little further to the right. That's a catch and a touchdown.
Knocked away, beautiful from the backfield.
Easy block for our South Carolina defender there. Easy knockdown. 3 high this time, 1 low, 1 running back, 5-man front on 4-man defensive line.
Georgia
And
on
Watts.
2nd down. Carson Beck.
Almost a perfect pass to Brock Bowers for a first down.
Empty.
Now we've got quads high, 1 low, no running back. We've got a 5-man front against a 4-man front again. But this time things change.
Backfield, 4 receivers up to the.
Instead of throwing it way downfield, he does the for the top of the screen or just to pull defenders away from this side of the field.
Top of the screen, they come the
I
other
really
way.
thought this was a first down. It was super close. Wasn't quite there. It's okay. Brock Bowers, Carson Beck goes immediately to his check down guy. That is the design of this play. This actually was one of the best offensive line performances of the night because we got a hat on a hat, 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 hat on a hat. They brought 6. And Georgia picked every one of them up. Check down guy. We got 2 guys getting blocked here. One of these guys is supposed to actually be picking this up out here, but that didn't quite happen
Thomas
that
in
way.
the flat
Then you
right.
realize, oh yeah, I'm supposed to block over here. And that allows for this.
Got the corner.
So Dominic Lovett picks up a big first down for Georgia there, and they go ahead and get the touchdown. 2 low, 1 high. Running back.
Switches. Deja.
Carson Beck looking at the center to see where's the pressure going to come from.
Edwards.
Offensive line performing a little better
One
here.
side of the-
Carson Beck looks much more relaxed on this throw. I want you to watch how relaxed Carson Beck is because he realizes he's got time. They've got the look they want. They got a big open spot right here in the middle of the field. Nice,
Switches. Deja
nice,
Edwards
easy
from
throw.
one side to the
Comfortable.
other,
Boom.
comes with a slant.
He knew he was getting that
Complete
first
down.
down. He was comfortable with it. Look at your offensive line now. Parallel, straight, even, square. Boom, pushing them back.
Throw out in the flat again.
Turn up.
Dominic Lovett.
Nice. Now, this is a shift that's going to run downfield. So you see your offensive linemen are shifting. Everybody's starting to engage to come to the right. Look at this. All that whole line shifts down. Whole line shifts down. Fakes the handoff. This was the best fake all night. Everybody on the planet bought this because of the way that the line shifted. I'm going to back up a couple of seconds here so you guys can see that again. Okay. So when he fakes this handoff, everybody's head turns. Look, moving this way, moving this way, moving this way. He's still watching, but he's so far out of the play, it doesn't matter. He's watching the play, but he's starting to drift back because that's his job is to cover this guy. So the whole reason for this receiver at the top of the screen is to pull this guy away or block him. And so when he stops, he's like, oh, snap. I am completely out of position. And you see that, oh, I got to get over here. This is my guy. Number 71 is already turned up field. It's his job to get a block right here.
Another
71 does a terrible job. Again, but again, the guy's 300 and something pounds, man. He's not going to move like greased lightning.
Still going.
You see Dawg go out there and pick up that first down. But now look, boom, good. Now we're looking good. Now we're getting hat on a hat. We're stopping that penetration. We're getting some push. We're giving Carson Beck time. Look at how much more time he has on these plays versus where he looked at in the first quarter, the first half. He has time to do his job. That's why he made much better, I think, much better throws in the second half. That's why Georgia was able to come alive.
2nd and 5.
Much better protection here. Boom. First down. Sit on it.
Beck.
A little bit of a breakdown there, but Brock Bowers turns nothing into something big. Carries a whole train of people to a first down. We've seen that play a million times. So the reason I wanted to show you guys that is because there is numerous videos out there of people talking about that Carson Beck is a bad quarterback. Carson Beck's actually an excellent quarterback. If you go back and you look at what he was facing in that first half, he has a defender in his face every time the ball snaps. 71 getting beat left and right. Can't get push. I mean, he did make some bad or questionable decisions as far as a quarterback. It is his first year as a starter. Yes, he should be ready. But what you're looking at is a quarterback who has to figure out what to do when that offensive line isn't holding. In the second half, when the offensive line was holding the protection much better, he was able to get that ball out and get it downfield properly. Much more comfortable in the second half. And for those saying Carson Beck looks nervous, yeah, I'd look nervous too if I was having to run from 4 guys every play. Really would. They were getting penetration on 4 players, and then by the end of the third quarter, they couldn't get penetration with 6. So big difference there. I think that's the problem. I don't think the play calling is the problem. You were seeing that there were multiple times you got Carson Beck open, you got receivers open, you got check down guys open. You've got plenty of ways to move the ball, and Dajon Edwards had over 100 yards rushing. Not a lot of games do you see in recent history where Georgia had over 100 yards rushing on one player. So Dajon Edwards doing a phenomenal job. Georgia's got a stacked elite list of receivers, and if we get that offensive line figured out, goodness, cat hair or something. We get that offensive line figured out, we're going to be just fine. It seems like in the second half they kind of put it together, and that was the big difference. People blaming Beck, I wouldn't do that so much. After having time to go back and review the tape, I think the problem is the offensive line. You guys saw it here. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks so much for being here. You guys have a great day. God bless. Go Dogs.